Hey everybody, how are y'all doing today on this Monday afternoon? Just wanted to make a video and go over a couple issues and stuff I've seen on the news and kind of give my 2 cents about everything that's going on. Man, I tell you what, this world is a nut. It's crazy, man. First off, I'd like for everybody out there to say prayers for the family of the girl that her body was found, the Petito girl. Um, Her family's from Northport, which is about 3 hours south of me, and I'd like to have y'all and also me tonight. I'll say some prayers for her family. That's some rough news, to lose a child like that, and I guess the boyfriend or whatever is still on the run. I don't say that he's missing. I say he's on the run. He's a prime suspect, and he's on the run. I know the news is saying, he's missing. Well, no, he ain't missing. He's a prime suspect, and he's on the run. So I guess the FBI is trying to get his family to give more information about that issue. But say some prayers for that family. They're going through a lot right now, and it's a shame, And I'd like to bring up another thing too. People in relationships. You get it. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the body cam from the cop about the girl and the her boyfriend, about the situation that happened in that van. Um, when I was a young man, I try to make things work. I date somebody, and I was trying to put a round peg in a square hole. And for whatever reason, just trying to make it work. As I got older, I figured out that I could talk to somebody for 10 minutes and say, look, I can't put up with her, or she can't put up with me, or whatever. I know what it is. So if you're out there, you have a man that's beating on you, or treating you bad or whatever, go ahead and get out of it. A lot of times it ain't going to work. I know some of these women feel like they can change a man, and it gives them, I guess, some kind of challenge or something. They could get the man to turn right, and they see the good in him, but they don't really see the bad. If a man puts his hands on you and says he loves you, that man don't love you. Get out of it. There's red flags that always fly. And I've had family members that's had issues with guys like that, and I give them good advice, and you know what? And I say it's up to you, but I'm giving you advice. You need to get out of it. Situations like that don't end good a lot of times. You can end up in the hospital or end up dead. That's a bad thing. So if you're in that type of relationship and you're fighting all the time, why are you going to be fighting all the time? If you're always having words with your partner or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife or whatever in a relationship, if you're always fighting, man, why are you there? I mean, evidently y'all ain't compatible and you don't get along. That's foolish to be with somebody and fuss all the time. That's supposed to be a person that you care about, and you're going to have rough times. You're going to have bumps in the road, and you might have difference of opinions. But whenever it gets physical, where you're punching somebody, or you're slapping somebody, or scratching somebody, or anything like that, and it gets physical, whether it's from the woman's way or the man's way, you probably don't need to be together. I know them cops up there handle it the way they did from what the body cam showed. Some people are saying, well, they should have been a little bit more harsh, and maybe they should have, did different. Them cops has got a lot of stuff on their hands when it comes to that stuff. I mean, who knows which way it would have went if they'd have took her to jail, because they were trying to say that she was the aggressor and this and that. It still could have ended up happening. Who knows? But if you're in a relationship like that where you're fussing and fighting all the time, man, get out of it. There's somebody else out there. You are just not compatible, or you think a lot different. But definitely don't let a man or a woman, slap you around and stuff like that. Get out of it. Get away. I mean, ask for help. Go to somebody that you can trust, and say, look, I got to get out of this, and and this and that. But some people want to stay in that kind of situation. They want to stay with that person they care about. I've known people before that basically the girl had a black eye and had a busted lip, and a couple days she's like, oh, but I love him, and then you hear her going back to the guy. It's like, well, you going back to him. I told you, I could give you advice, but it's all on you. It can get a lot worse, but it's a shame though that people can't get along the right way. If you can't trust somebody, and if somebody wants to put their hands on you or treat you bad, don't stay in it. Just get out. You'll be better off. There's thousands of people out there. There's other fish in the sea, like I was always told. There's always other fish in the sea. But also, I want to bring up the gun thing. People are always talking bad about guns, and how bad they are. People dying and getting shot and killed with guns and this and that. That's true. People does get shot. People get murdered with guns and this and that. But it ain't the gun. It's the person. We don't have a gun problem. We have a people problem. And whether you're a guy that, you got first time offenders out there, guys that don't have nothing on the record and they just flip out one day and get mad at somebody and shoot them. And then you got people out there that are everyday, Jesse James out there every day shooting guns at people and running dope or whatever, illegal, and then you got legal, There's a lot of people against that, and I hate to see crimes like that happen either way, because being a guy that owns a firearm and I got my concealed weapon permit and all that, it makes me look bad. Every time I hear about a shooting that goes on, I'm like, oh, here we go. They're going to come after my guns, and then they're going to bring up high capacity mags and all these different, things they always go after. Y'all know it. Y'all know the things they go after. But it's like, it's the people. It's the people. If you had a magic wand right now and said, and swiped it and said, hey, get rid of all the guns. People, if somebody wants to kill somebody, they're going to do it with anything. You could take a baseball bat, you could take a frying pan, you could take a knife, you could take anything that you can hit somebody with a fire extinguisher, anything. Any way you can hurt somebody or you can kill somebody if you wanted to. Just a lot of people, I guess a lot of people uses the gun way, but people get stabbed all the time too. If you look up how many people get stabbed, it's a lot, per year. So it isn't going to stop nothing, And matter of fact, I think people that are law-abiding and got the right, up here, need to own a gun because, that's the way to protect yourself. You see crime rates in these Democrat-run states and cities where the crime rate's like 300 or 400%. That's crazy, man. 300 or 400% the crimes went up. So the thing about it is I think people should own firearms. If somebody comes in my house, they don't belong there, they kick my door in or they break in or whatever, and I'm in that house, buddy, they're going to get a dose of lead poison. That's all there is to it. And I guess I got to call the sheriff or whoever to bring some body bags. You come in my house foolish like that, I'm going to protect my family and myself. I ain't going to let somebody come in there and do that, And I know there's people out there that hates guns, And no matter what I say or what anybody says to them, you can't change their mind about guns, But if you really think about it, if it wasn't for guns, we wouldn't be a free country right now either. What do you think the military uses? Guns, rockets, all kind of stuff. So we do need weapons, We do need weapons to keep this country free and also protect yourself. I mean, the sheriff and the police are not always there, and they might be on another call. It might be 20 minutes till they get to your house, depending on the traffic. Like over here where I live, if it's 5 o'clock in the evening, something's going on at your house. For them to get to my house is really hard, and I live in the city, but I can tell you by driving that, yeah. So time means a lot, So the cops can't be everywhere. They're good about showing up though. They're good about showing up and they're heroes and they do their job every day, but they can't be everywhere all the time. So if you don't own a gun, get trained on it. Learn about it. Go to the range and shoot it. Get comfortable with it. Don't go out there and buy you a cannon. Don't go out there and buy you the biggest gun you can. Go buy you a gun you're really comfortable with and you're real accurate and you shoot it and you have no problems. Some people go out there and they buy a gun. They'll buy like a 45 or a 10 millimeter and you see them out there on the range, and man, they're popping off rounds, and they ain't hitting nothing. It's like, yeah, you got a bad gun, you know, it's a big round, it's a strong round, but you're not accurate with it. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with it. But yet you put a 9mm in that guy's hand, and he's proficient. He's grouping up like this, you know. It's just some guys are like that. I guess they like the big guns and stuff. Me, it don't really matter. Whatever I can grab, you know, I like them all. I'm not prejudiced when it comes to size of guns. I like them all. You know, and I heard also that Biden did something about people flying from other countries into our country. About they have to get the Vaseline, or they have to show proof that they are not positive. You know, let me smoke. Let me give me a cigarette, y'all. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe that's a good idea. You know, people coming from other countries into our country makes a lot of sense. And I'm not against the vaccine, and I'm not for the vaccine. If you want the vaccine, go get it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to judge you because you got it or you didn't get it or whatever. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. You know, it's almost like if you want a shot of liquor, get you a shot of liquor. If you don't like drinking, don't drink. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. You like cigarettes? You know, get you a cigarette. You know, you're grown. You make your decisions. So that's crazy thinking about the you know, from other countries coming here on the planes and stuff. Because I'm thinking to myself, well, it's kind of crazy because he was letting them people come through that border, and he didn't. There wasn't no mandate on that. I mean, if they're so worried about people coming to our country, that'd be the worst place that people are coming in unvaccinated, and we don't know much about, you know, whether they've tested or not, which I'm pretty sure they probably haven't. You know, so it's like, it's just things today is just nuts, man. You know, life's nuts. You know, I just try to live my life, work every day. But you know, there's some people out there, they're all worried about what you should do. They're worried about you. You don't worry about what I do. You do what you want to do. I'm not going to judge you for it. You do what you want to do, and I'll do what I want to do. I make my own choices. Just like you make your own choices, you know. If you want to get that vaccine or whatever, then get it, you know. If it fits you and you feel comfortable with it and you feel like it's the right thing, do it, you know. But once you get that vaccine, don't sit here and try to tell me, you know, well, you push it on me and mandatory for me to get it, because if you got it, you're protected. I'm just not. So guess what? If I fall over dead, that's my fault. You know, it's just like if I get in that car, my Mustang right back here. If I get in that Mustang and I go down that road and I get on the interstate and I do 120, I'm breaking the law, I'm doing something stupid, and I get killed in it. That's on me. You know, I know people's going to bring up, well, you can also hurt other people too, and that's true. It is different. But maybe it was a bad comparison, y'all. But I would say, you know, people out there too, you know, I hear a lot of guys talking about ammunition. It's hard to find and it's expensive. It is, you know, if you're looking for ammunition, it is kind of pricey, you know. I go online to buy my ammunition. I don't go to the gun stores. The markup at the gun stores, a lot of times it's crazy. Sometimes I get a good deal. But a lot of times I buy it online, buy it in bulk, and have it shipped to my house. That's how I like it. The thing is too, you know, people don't really think about this, but you know, if you want to practice shooting, instead of going out there shooting that 30-06 or that 308 or, you know, these high dollar rounds that you're shooting almost $1 a round, get out there with that pellet gun, that BB gun. You know, you're still staying sharp on your skills, and it ain't costing you much. I mean, I got my daughter's got her own BB gun. I got probably 7 BB guns, you know, and I just had them over the years. I ain't like I collect them. But it's a good thing to get out there and just, get you get your breathing, work on your breathing and stuff, and holding your breath at the right time, and not yanking the trigger, but squeezing the trigger, pulling it in easy, and get your shot good. You can do that with a Daisy BB gun. You ain't gotta have no high-powered rifle to practice shooting. If you can shoot that BB gun, you can shoot a rifle. And it depends on your shots and stuff, but you're pretty much freshening your skills up with being cheap. Because right now I don't want to shoot none of my guns. They're too high dollar to shoot, man. You go out there shooting in the range, and I go out there to the range and I like to shoot 200 rounds, and stuff like that. And right now, you shoot a 308 200 rounds, you're looking at some big money, So it gets expensive, and there's a lot of jobs out there, that people say there ain't no work out there. Man, in my town, I don't know about anywhere else, but where I live at, man, there is jobs like crazy. They're hiring, and they can't even get nobody. I mean, you just go down the road and you see signs, hiring, and they're paying good money. I think the McDonald's down the road, I think for a manager job's like $21-22 an hour. That ain't bad money. I think for a regular worker, I think it's like 15. If you noticed, all the prices went up, though. I mean, I went to get one of the value meals the other day, and I was like, golly, man, I'm almost to a steak dinner. I'm almost to a steak dinner, man. I'm paying this, and it's like, if I'd have thrown a little bit more with it, I could have went up there to Longhorn, and had a good steak dinner instead of a soy burger. It's all greased up, but that depends on what you like. I like McDonald's. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but I can't eat it all the time, guys. I'm a fat guy, and guess what? It tears me up, And but I tell you what, these days, y'all, just do what you can. Do what you can. A lot of times for us to make a change in our country, it ain't all about the fist or about being doing something crazy. Make changes locally. See who you're putting in locally into spots locally in your towns. Like in your schools, and your commissioners and stuff like that. Really get into that, because if we can make a change locally, then we can change it all the way out. Well, we have to start inside. It's like dropping a pebble. You drop a pebble, and it starts a little ripple effect. That's what it's like. And two, write letters to these people. Write letters to Congress. Write letters to to governor and stuff like that. Get your word out there. Heck, if you have to, do it every week. Write a letter every week and send it to them. Whatever issue you have, just keep sending it to them. Just keep bothering them about stuff. Call them. You can call them and stuff like that. And just do what you can. Talk to people. And anybody gets around and they're talking foolish, or they need a talking to, and you need to tell them, give them a point of view or something, or an apple pie, like my buddy David Jones is. He likes to give apple pies, which I do too, but I try to be easy. But sometimes you got to give an apple pie. It's a kind of an inside joke if you don't know about the apple pie thing, but it's cool. I know, y'all. I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying to yourself, man, that guy smoked some cigarettes. Yes, I smoke like a freight train. And you know what? I used to dip. I used to chew tobacco and dip, put it in your lip. And I did that for a while, and I was dipping about a can a day. And I got to the point one day, I just, I don't like this stuff. And just took it, threw it out, and I never touched it again. And a couple years later, I started smoking. And man, has it latched onto me. One day I'll give it up. It's like an old saying that, I've heard when I was a kid, is that when your belly's full, you'll be done with it. It's just like what's going on with our country. When our belly's full, we're going to be done with it. We've had enough. When your belly's full, we've had enough. And the American people, I think some of the states like California, I don't think they had enough. I don't think they had enough punishment or people telling them what to do or locking them down, or they haven't suffered. Sometimes it takes suffering to make people see the light. I know that's kind of harsh to say, but it's the truth. I mean, I was thinking the other day. I was like, you got all these people coming in the border. Well, right now they're not because they're blocking them. They're blocking these people under the bridge, and they say they're gonna ship them back on planes. I heard Joe Biden flew like 300 of them on a plane back to their country. But I was thinking to myself, people keep saying, you keep hearing reports on the news about border patrol people is basically saying, telling Biden, asking Biden, please come down here and look at the border. Buddy, he don't need to come look at the border. He knows that's going on, y'all. Why does people keep telling him to come down the border? He knows it's going on. He's not blind. He knows that's going on. I mean, it's everywhere. You turn the TV on, no matter what channel you go on, it's all over the dang news. He knows that's going on. He's not that foolish, even though he is kind of foolish, but he's not that foolish. And the thing about it is, too, I think about it like this. That governor that's there, they're flying these people. I heard they were flying people these immigrants to different states, like Tennessee, maybe even to my state of Florida. Why don't that governor tell them, say, hey, put them on that plane right there and fly them to D.C. I'm going to redirect that plane. I want them to go on the D.C. plane. Fly them to D.C. and let D.C. deal with them. If I was a millionaire, this is what I would do. If I was a millionaire, man, I'd have it. I'd have them. Because what I would do is I would charter some planes. I would charter planes. I'd get the people, get them on that plane. I'd fly them to Joe Biden. I'd fly them to the closest airport by Joe Biden's house, since he likes to be there all the time, right? Always on vacation, always going to his house and stuff. I'd fly them to the closest airport to Joe Biden's house. I'd have a couple buses waiting for them. I'd load them people up on the bus, and I'd pull right up to Joe Biden's house and say, y'all get out. We're having a barbecue. We're going to have a barbecue here. Y'all just chill out right here. Now get him out and put him right on his lawn. Put him right on his damn lawn. And see how many people it takes before he goes nuts. And he'll get a taste of what that border's going through. And he'll have it firsthand. I think that'd be cool, but I bumped the camera again, guys. I'm sorry. But I think that would be pretty cool to do that, And I understand people want to come to this country. I understand they want a better life, and I understand that, man. But you got to come the right way, Do it the right way. That's the way to do it. If you come in here legally, hey, and you want to make a good life for yourself, hey, I'm all for you. I love everybody, man. No matter what you are. If you're a good person, you're a good person. It doesn't matter. Your color don't matter. Your ethnicity don't matter. Male or female don't matter. If you're a good person, you're a working person, and you want to come here to make a better life, and you do it the right way, I'll welcome you. I'll welcome you to come. It's just when you come illegal, man, we don't know what we're getting. We don't know if we're getting drug dealers, cartel members. I had a guy the other day right here beside me, my neighbor. The people that live beside me are really nice people. They're Puerto Rican people. They're super nice. They cook. They bring me food over. I help them with stuff. If I see his wife picking up something heavy, I'll go over there and say, hey, I got it. And I speak a little bit of Spanish, so I can kind of communicate with them. But Sunday. Yesterday I was edging this big shrub on the side of my house. And I seen the Spanish guy in the car, and he was listening. And I know they're Puerto Rican, so when I heard the Mexican music, I was like, "Hold on, that's Mexican. That ain't Puerto Rican." And I said, "Hey," and he said, "Hey," and he seen my tattoo, and he was like, Donald Trump, yeah, Donald Trump." He liked Donald Trump, man. He liked Donald Trump, and I was like, "Yeah," and well, the funny thing about it was when I showed him, when he seen my tattoo. I don't know what he thought that was, because what it is basically I'm Irish and German, so I have a shamrock with a German color. Okay, because I got German on both sides of my family. Now I also have Irish. So I don't know what he thought it was, but he tells me, and he said to Trump, he liked Trump, and I agree with him. I was like, yeah, yeah. But he also said, me, Sir 13. I was like, Sir 13. Oh, he's saying MS-13. So he was saying that he's in the MS-13 gang. And I'm like, oh my God, we got MS-13 right here. You know what I mean? Like, they're friends. I guess they're friends. They don't live there, so it was somebody that was over there. But I'm thinking to myself, man, right beside my house, we got MS-13. And you know what they're capable of? Ooh, it's bad, man. I try not to judge people, but I've heard the MS-13 and the kind of stuff they did, man, it's bad. And I got it right beside my house, And the Puerto Rican people that live there are super nice people, super nice. I'd do anything for them. But I guess one of their friends or whoever was in that car. He was MS-13. I was like, I told Stacy, I was like, oh man. I was like, that's no good right there. But you know, just crazy stuff, man. Just crazy stuff in this world, in this country. That we got a lot of stuff to fight against. And just do your best to be a good person, be nice to people, love people. I always believed if you're good to people and you have a good heart towards people, it really makes a difference. When it comes to what's going on in our country, it's evil, man. I mean, they're taking God out of everything. Y'all know this story. Y'all have heard my videos. Y'all know how I feel about that stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, I go to work and I come home and I'm thinking to myself, is today going to be the day? Is today going to be the day I got to strap up and do what I got to do? And, a lot of guys that are out there that are patriots and a lot of my friends and stuff, we don't know what to do. We really don't know what to do. You got some guys ready to go, gun-ho, ready to go. I mean, second notice, they're ready to go. Then you got some guys that's kind of like me that's like, I'm ready to go, but it's kind of premature, a little bit. I don't want to be premature, I know we don't want to wait till it comes to our door, but we also don't want to do, stupid stuff, It's like, I got to be here for my family and my daughter and protect the place where I'm at, Down in Texas, though, man, it's a mess down there, and it's so bad that the FAA or whatever it is didn't even want them flying drones over there. Come on, man. Talking about it would bother planes. It would, they'd be in the flight path of planes, I guess, or whatever. No, what it is, they didn't want people to see that. And I'm pretty sure that everybody has seen that, And that's just one little place they're showing, y'all. That's one place. They're not showing other places. That's only one place. So if we got that situation going in one place, and that's that amount of people, what about in other places? What about, South California? What about, in the other states that border the border right there? What's going on there too? So there's a lot more, and I don't know what we could do. It's we're kind of screwed on it. But if you can though, just say some prayers tonight for the country. And I know a lot of my friends are like, praying can only get you so much, and that's right. You're right about that. You're right. Praying can only go get you so far. But we also got to get something going too. We're put here for a reason too. But we got to have the numbers. Thing about it is, man, you get out there, you gun ho, you put on all your stuff, you go out there to protest, fight, or whatever you want to do, and there's only you out there. They're gonna waylay you, man. Then you for nothing. So it's like we got to be smart about things. You got to think smart. Don't rush nothing, but also don't wait. So you're kind of in a balance. It's kind of a happy medium. Just all kind of news is out and this and that. It's pretty bad when Nicki Minaj is pretty much like a uh, a person fighting against stuff, ain't it? Ain't that something? Nicki Minaj, the rapper singer girl, that's pretty crazy. I thought, and I think a lot of our country singers, a lot of our country singers today don't grow some balls and say stuff. They're conservatives. I know a lot of country singers are supposed to be conservative. Why don't they say anything? You don't hear nothing coming from them. Man, if we had somebody like a Johnny Cash or somebody like that, or like a Merle Haggard or any of them guys like that, man, you think they would be putting up with this mess? They would be saying something. One guy that we did lose that was a big advocate was Charlie Daniels. He was a big advocate for this country, and he told it like it was. I mean, just listen to his music, But it's like, it's like, man, it's like we don't. Where's these people at? Our country music and stuff. I like Garth Brooks. I'll never listen to his music. I used to like his music. When I found out he was doing that thing for Joe Biden, I won't never listen to another Garth Brooks song in my life. So he just lost a fan right there, buddy. I'll never buy nothing of his. But yeah, it's something else, y'all. Right here, y'all want to see. Right here. That's my sign to my door. That's a pretty cool sign. And I'm a fire extinguisher, guys. So see my fire extinguishers right there? I thought that'd be cool for you to kind of see my sign to my shed right there. But yeah, I mean, the thing about it is this COVID stuff the stuff that's out here. Man, take your vitamins. Take your vitamins, some zinc, some vitamin C, vitamin D, and do stuff. I mean, a lot of people that's having a lot of problems with it is people that sit on their ass. I mean, I hate to say that, but it's true. If you're a person like me, I'm out, sweating every day in the sun, working. I'm sweating. I'm moving around. I'm taking vitamins and stuff like that. This stuff don't really affect you, And if you do get it, you're in a better shape, But I don't know, guys. Y'all tell me in the comments some stuff, man. Y'all tell me some stuff. But things have changed. Things are going to change. A lot of stuff's coming out, and I don't know where to go. Just like with the Hillary Clinton's lawyer or whatever. But that stuff, I don't know where to go. It's like, when the high ups do stuff wrong, who polices them? The 3-letter agencies? Is that who does it, y'all? And they're not doing nothing. Department of Justice, I mean, FBI, CIA, come on. I mean, we got people that's done crimes. We got people that's proven they've lied to Congress. We got people that's done stuff, and they're not even doing anything. They ain't even held accountable for stuff no more. But yet, if I go out there and do something, they're going to put me under the jail. All I got to do is go out there and make one little mistake, and my butt's under the jail. And they're going to make me pay a lot of fines. They're going to make me go in court, and I have to get a lawyer and everything else, But people, I guess, when you're up high ups, they get to walk away from stuff, and then nothing said. Like that $3.5 trillion. That $3.5 trillion, man, they need to block that. They need to block that. Republicans need to block it, dig their heels in, and say, we ain't doing nothing for y'all. Have y'all seen some of that on that $3.5 trillion? They talking about it's for infrastructure. Man, it ain't for infrastructure, man. There's a whole lot of stuff that it's for, but it ain't for infrastructure. I think I heard that only like 9% of it's for infrastructure, which is roads and bridges and lead pipe removal and all this BS. Y'all know better than that. Come on. You know what kind of money that is? And that puts us in debt. That puts our country in debt. We're already in debt. I think the last time I looked, it was like each person would have to pay like $250,000 to pay our debt off for each person, you know, and they're wanting to spend all this money. And I think Joe Biden, I think he really knows. I think he really knows he's trying to push as much as he can because he knows that time's limited. You know, he knows it. He knows that time's limited, man. He knows he only got one little run. And I ain't even going to say how he got there because that's another story. But everybody, y'all know. A lot of my friends, y'all know what I think of that. But I bumped that table again, y'all. Golly. But I tell you what, man, y'all are awesome watching my videos and stuff. And I do appreciate everybody, subscribing to my channel and liking and putting comments and stuff. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm just a regular working guy. Probably a lot of y'all out there like me, you know. Just wanting to throw out some things and kind of tell you how I feel and kind of, you know, maybe I'll get to a point where I can do live videos where I can hear from you guys, you know, in live time and stuff and chat with you guys. You know, I do think some of these friends of mine that do YouTube and Facebook, they are getting shadow banned pretty hard, y'all. So if you would, please go and subscribe to them and keep going to them guys, you know. Two Dumbass Farmers, Donald Wiseman's channel, Mark Hatfield, you know, Waterbug68, you know, go to them guys' channel. They need your help, you know. They need everybody they can, you know, and they do a lot of good videos. I mean, it's really good stuff out there, and we talk, you know. There's videos we talk and stuff, but they're really the social media stuff. They're really trying to shadow ban them and hurt them some. So we need to support our veteran, or you know, well, we need to support our veterans too. That's another thing. Support our veterans. So if you know a veteran out there that needs help with something, you know, help them out. You know, like if I seen a veteran that needs something, I'll go buy him something, whatever I need to do. You know, help a veteran. You know, we can't give them enough. You know, and thank them enough. You know, and if you see a guy out there wearing a veteran hat or you know, in a wheelchair and he's got patches or whatever, and he was military. You know, or law enforcement. You see a law enforcement guy, and you're in like let's say a McDonald's. You stand in line, a law enforcement guy's behind you, buy his meal for him. You know, and tell him how much you appreciate him. You know, do good for people. You know, and it don't even have to be all about military and police. I mean, just be good to people. You know, it's like a guy the other day went to the store, and I was behind him, and he was like 10 or 20 cents short. You know, and I was just fixing to say something, and then he found the change. So I was like, man, if he wouldn't have had it, I'd say, just add it on to mine. Ain't no big deal, you know. But we just need to be nice. I mean, spread love and do nice things to people, you know. Be human, you know. It's not all about fighting and acting foolish and bull crap all the time. It's about helping people, you know. If I see somebody that can't afford something, or if I can help somebody, I will, you know. I'm not a rich man, but I'll do what I can. But you just got to be nice, man. You know, pave the way for people. I mean, you know, if you see somebody out there that's in need of something, or a family that's in need of something, and you can help them, buddy, you'll get it back. That little bit of money that you spend to help them, it'll come back to you. I've always believed that. You know,